So a little bit about me and how I came to this work. I grew up on a ranch in Northern California. Growing up on a ranch, a very manly environment. And as Chris mentioned a minute ago, having the vocabulary to discuss things and talk about things, that wasn't present in my youth. And I left the ranch when I was 18 and went into the Air Force, and I spent 35 years in the Air Force. Again, a rather manly occupation or vocation, if you will. So again, there was no room for talking about feelings, for discussing vulnerabilities, for having these kinds of conversations. So my life was basically spent conforming to something that we're going to talk about in a later episode called the man box. I had no idea until I came to this work what the man box was, but now I know it was firmly planted inside of it. But always knowing throughout my life that I wanted out of it, but I didn't know what I wanted out of. I had no idea that I was confined. And so I didn't have any tools. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. This is the way it's supposed to be. This is the way I was trained. This is the way I was taught. This is right. But I knew somewhere deep down that it really wasn't for me. And so I remember it was a couple of years ago, and I was out mowing the lawn, and I just got this feeling of overwhelming loneliness. And I felt it. And I felt this heaviness, and it was literally pulling me down. Again, I had no idea what somatic practices were. I didn't know that emotions were actually felt in the body, but I was feeling an emotion. It was just enormous, the weight. And so I walked in the house and I was talking to my wife, and I said, I need something beyond this. I said, I need a community. I need connection. I need something. What can I do? And look through all kinds of stuff and all kinds of seminars and retreats and all these things, and nothing was really resonating. And then so I came to the Unshakable Man, and I was looking for connection. I was craving it. And coming in, and I really loved what Londell said about the structure, how there is a structure, but it doesn't feel confining. It doesn't feel like the structure that I was used to. Being in the Air Force for 35 years, there's structure, there's hard structure there. And I was not looking for that. I had lived that for so long that I was looking for something different. And, the Unshakable Man has allowed me to open up, to be vulnerable, and to be held in that vulnerability and not be ashamed, because there's always been a lot of shame around not being manly enough or not being tough enough or whatever. And so being in a community of like-minded men that can hold you in that vulnerability and there be no shame there's nothing like it. And as Londell said, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.